Hi Virgo, welcome. So Virgo, this is going to be your tarot reading and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. Virgo, when I was meditating on the overall energy, wow, wholly emotional for sure. I'm definitely feeling emotions running high for Virgo. That could be a good thing, that could be a bad thing, just kind of depends on how you're handling the energy. It is talking about like the heart chakra awakening, which kind of reminds me a lot of the Leo reading. If you have Leo in your chart or you're on the cusp, check out the Leo reading. But it's talking about, yeah, your heart chakra and being more open-hearted, and also interestingly enough talking about self-sufficiency and the father figure. So that is also being highlighted for whatever reason. There might actually need to be some healing around that, or healing energy around that, something to deal with that. Okay, so take it or leave it, Virgo. And I had to laugh because I don't believe in coincidences, but as I was preparing for the reading before I started the recording, while I was meditating, my youngest son is a Virgo, and I could hear him in his bedroom singing Hard Knock Life. It's a hard knock life for us. He's 10. And so I thought, perfect. You know, like while I'm meditating for Virgo, I can hear my Virgo singing. So some of you, singing is therapeutic for you, or music maybe, but also you may resonate with that song since he was singing a Hard Knock Life. You could feel like that, really. So take it or leave it. So here, the first card out is the card of Chiron, which again is talking about healing powers, growth, making amends. It's talking about releasing pent-up emotions, your personal development. And interestingly enough, and you know what, I don't think I knew this was on here, it says inherited issues and generational trauma, which is funny because I got that message about the father figure as well. But it certainly could be, you know, inherited through any lineage that you have, but that was, the patriarchy was being highlighted. All right, so very interesting start. This is a very sensitive energy as well, so you might be feeling a little extra sensitive lately, or it could be like as you're dealing with people around you, they seem to be like on edge or very, very sensitive themselves. So beware, Virgo. You also have the Death and Rebirth card, Scorpio energy out for some of you. Could have that in your chart or be dealing with one. But this talks about deep internal transformations. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get the right word. I was going to say, see, they're giving me messages again about the formative years. Hold on a second. There's something important about your formative years. You know, usually it's around adolescent age where you start forming your behaviors, your personality. There was some sort of destructive habit that was picked up during your formative years that served you back then, maybe as a protective mechanism, but it no longer serves you now, and needing to release and relinquish that during this time frame. Okay. So, yeah. Oh, okay. So that's what the transformation about. So there's some sort of transformation happening on an emotional level, right? And it's got to deal with something that you have ingrained in you since the formative years. So think of like preteen, adolescence, early teen, somewhere around there. Okay. All right, so let's go a little bit deeper then. You have the High Priestess here showing up. The Knight of Wands, the Four of Pentacles. And one more. It's really interesting because I don't usually feel softness when I do an energy, but I keep getting the word softness. I don't know if like you're obsessed with like soft skin, soft blankets, or maybe needing to take a soft approach with self or others. They keep saying softness. Oh gosh, now I'm getting a Lauryn Hill song, which is interesting because I got a Lauryn Hill song in the Leo reading as well, but this is a different song. She's saying, killing me softly with his words. You know that song? I'm sure you guys are familiar with that. Killing me softly. Maybe check that song out. Virgo. Wow, I didn't mean to get this many cards out, but you know what? I knew that this was going to be complicated. All right, so there's this message here about needing to follow your intuition when it comes to, you know, what your next move is going to be, what next action to take. To not be frivolous about this, Virgo, but to take your time and to listen to your emotions, right? Listen to your intuition before you take any action. And it might even be that you need to hold off on waiting, or hold off on something and wait a little bit until the timing is better, right? As I am getting that phrase, you know, hold off. There's something that you could be putting off or holding off. Give me more around that. Okay. Yeah, there's something that you've been putting off or you are holding back on because there's a fear of a repercussion around it or a fear of like making the wrong choice. But it's like you not making a choice at all is a choice. You know what I mean? Like they're saying, there's this part of you, Virgo, that wants to know like all the possibilities, all the possible outcomes, yada, yada, yada. Because that's that very analytical part of you, Virgo. That's what you do. You know what I mean? But they're saying, you know, that in some situations, like you're not ever going to have all of the information because the future isn't predestined. It's not pre-planned. You're carving out your future as you go based on the decisions that you're making here and now. And so it does require a little bit of faith and yeah, a little bit of risk, but yet they don't want you to fear the unknown. Instead, they want you to prioritize like feeling out right here, right now, what would feel best to you right here, right now, and not take into account so much like the future possibilities or what that could lead to, or, you know, to overanalyze it to death, Virgo. You know, instead just try to prioritize what makes the most sense to you in this moment, right? Because no matter what decisions you make, there's always that what if around it, but you can't live your whole life being afraid of the what ifs, or you never live. So, because the only thing that's blocking you right here, Virgo, is like this closed off type of fear of abandonment for some of you, energy, fear of being left out, fear of being left for some of you, left alone, not fitting in or making the wrong choice or not being understood, you know, stuff like that. It's really creating stagnant energy where it doesn't really need to create stagnant energy, because you see, if I remove these 3 cards, which is your blockage, then you could see how quickly things come together and you follow your intuition. You listen to your heart, what feels good right here, right now, that feels best to me, take a small action. What feels best to me now, take a small action. Like you kind of have to take life in incremental moments, you know, and not be so far in the past, but also not be so stuck in thinking of the future, you know. But as you learn to follow your intuition in those incremental moments add up to days, weeks, months, years, and before you know it, you've made right decisions all the way along. So yeah, Anyways, what's going on in the emotional space? The Two of Swords. The Two of Swords. Okay, the Lovers, the Chariot, and the King of Cups. So I feel like, Virgo, on an emotional level, what you're not seeing is right in front of you. Some of y'all have something real here, but your mind keeps playing tricks on you. You keep getting stuck in your insecurities or your fearful thoughts. Maybe even going into old behavior patterns from the formative years. When in reality, you've got something really good here. Okay, so let me break this down for you. Some of you have a significant person or connection or relationship, right? That it feels very intense, feels very connected, feels very real, and it is very real. And there's movement forward here on an emotional level. However, somebody's mind keeps playing tricks on them, whether that's you or the person you're connecting with or both of you, or like this uncertainty getting in the way, and this uncertainty is stemming from a place of fear, and for a lot of you, a fear of abandonment that was an inherited issue from childhood, but take it as it resonates. Could also just be, you know, fear of loss, right? A lot of us have that, but what I'm getting at is the only thing that's standing in the way is the fearful thought, is the insecure thought. Say if this isn't about a relationship, although I feel a lot of you it is, but doesn't have to be. Say this is like just coming into alignment with yourself and feeling good and, you know, things moving forward for you. But then you hit a roadblock or you hit a stumbling block, and it feels like, oh, I thought I healed that. I thought I was over that, and something being brought to the forefront that makes you kind of take a step back. But if that's the case, Virgo, it's purposeful so that you can get a different perspective, which will allow for some healing and growth, and then you will move forward again. I've had this song in my head since the beginning of the reading, just the very beginning, which is kind of ironic, but it's, I don't know who sings it. Zayn, I think. Can you feel where the wind is? Can you feel it too? Inside this room. I wanna touch you, baby. I wanna feel you too. Why can't... Did you guys see that card? I went to go get it out of the deck, and I guess I flipped it, but it really felt like it was yanked out of my hand. But hold on. I can't think of the name of that song. I know the song. Why can't I think of the name of it? I think it's Zayn and Sia. Somebody will know it. Put it in the comments. Anyways, so the card that flew out was the Queen of Pentacles, which is your energy, Virgo, whether you're masculine or feminine, because it's a general reading, but... And then you've got the Emperor, the Star, and the Page of Pentacles. So Virgo, there's another opportunity or possibility here to heal things. And that could be in a relationship, okay? And for some of you, it's like, for some of you, it's within an external relationship where where maybe your own fears or insecurities were getting in the way, or the other person's fears and insecurities were getting in the way, or both. For others of you, it's healing. Okay, so they're saying also, as opposed to others of you. Also, this indicates healing inherited issues, things that you've long held in your personality, and there being some sort of transformation around that as you mature, as you grow, as you go through life. And this is allowing you to be more certain, right? Because a lot of the issue was some uncertainty around, you know, if you could trust, if you could open up, uncertainty about the outcome, those types of things, like that dissipating, right? And then you becoming more in control and certain of who you are, where you stand, and really sitting in a place of more stability, energetically, but also physically. So this is actually really beautiful. So this is like a deep healing reading, right? And I don't always get these in-depth types of messages, but there is a lot of spiritual energy here. It's a lot of internal reflection. It's a lot of internal work, right? It's not so much about the physical action during this time frame as it is about the internal dialogue that you have going on. However, I do feel that as the energy moves forward, you feeling more connected again, and quite possibly connecting with a soulmate or a twin flame or someone that you want to do healing with or heal a relationship with, and there being progression in that, that allows you to feel more at ease, a little bit more at peace. And then another opportunity here to kind of get back on your game, Virgo, and really start taking control of your own destiny. So let's see what the law of attraction has to say. That was misfire. Let's see, law of attraction. Relationships I don't want, clarify those I do want. Whenever you know what you do not want, you always know more clearly what you do want. So in any poignant moment of awareness of another person's undesirable situation, give your undivided attention to the idea of improvement that is hatched from your interaction and observation. And as you learn to do that, not only will you be of increasing value to others, but you will see how your relationship with others add immeasurably to your own becoming. So this is a reminder to you that sometimes we get what we don't want in life, or particularly in relationships, just so that we can better clarify what we do want. And in the process of clarifying, okay, well, this is what I do want in a relationship or in life, we start putting forth the thoughts that will manifest into our next experience, our next partner, our next reality. And so they want you to give all of your attention to the wanted aspects of, as particularly relationships, but of life, and to continually give most of your focus there, and then watch as things just come together in a really natural and beautiful way, Virgo. So, wow. Beautiful reading. I'm going to leave it there. Zodiac signs you might be dealing with and or have in your own chart. I have Aries, Aquarius, Gemini, Cancerian energy, Pisces, Scorpio, and then I felt Leo referenced earlier, and Libra. So take what resonates, leave what doesn't though, because it's a general reading. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos there as well. All of it linked in the description box below. Tarot Time with Dana is the name of all my platforms. Also, it's linked in the About section. Otherwise, I am wishing you the very, very best, Virgo. And until next time, my friends, namaste. Bye.